Most of the time, single transactions will be entered one at a time. However, there may be occasions where it would be useful to split an amount so that it can be analysed across a range of different categories and/or VAT rates. ImpKISS allows the amount to be entered once and then analysed into as many different categories as you wish using the split key. The split key can be found on the basic input screens under the gross amount box. So to record a split transaction, first of all I'm going to put in a reference, I'm going to put in the date, and the amount to be split is £500. Right, at this point I'm going to click on the orange split button and that will bring up the split screen. You'll notice on the split screen we have a blue box at the top which will detail the transaction details, and an orange box at the top which will show you how much of the split you've allocated and how much you still have to allocate. So first of all I'm going to put £250 which was paid to the landlord, and that was for rent. The category can be selected from the drop down menu. Then I need to add some more rows to add further categories, so I'm going to add 2 more rows. The next amount is £150 which was paid for bookkeeping services, and I know that is category 1500 which is legal and professional, and the final amount was £100 which I'm going to allocate to my mobile, which is 1300. When I'm happy that the transaction has been completely split, you'll notice in the orange box the amount to be allocated is 0, and at this point I can click the blue submit button. This takes me back to the basic input screen, and you'll notice the transaction we've just split is listed at the bottom of the screen. If I now discover that actually I would like to change one of those splits, what I can then do is click on the orange edit button for the transaction, and again click on the orange split button which will bring up the split screen. I want to change the amount I allocated to mobile to 75, which will leave me £25 still to allocate. What I then do is add another row, and that was actually spent on paper, so I enter that transaction and that goes to postage and stationery. Again, you'll see that I no longer have anything left to allocate, and I'm happy that that is now correct, so I click on the blue submit button. And again, to update that transaction I need to click on the blue update button, and you'll notice that the transaction is now listed as most recent money out, and that is how you use the split key.